Welcome once again to the Diary of an Adolescent Soul. So I'll be discussing today on how you can boost your mental health as an adolescent. You know that we are creating our reality every minute, every day, probably without knowing it. And our tools of creation is our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions. The quality of our thinking determines or influences the quality of our emotional experience, which will in turn determines our behavior. So how are you feeling right now? How can you start feeling good and be comfortable with yourself? What has since stopped your happiness? How can you boost your mental health? You know, mental health is a person's social, emotional, and psychological well-being. It is the state of how you think, how you feel, and how you act. So oftentimes, we take care of our physical health and unknowingly leave out our mental health. So in as much as our physical health is very important to us, so also our mental health. So it is important for you to take care of your mental health as an adolescent. So here are some things you can do that can boost your mental health. The first thing to do is to be grateful. Start your day with gratitude and end the day with gratitude. Gratitude, they say, determines one's altitude and is the greatest of all values. So what are you grateful for? Make a list of what you are grateful for every day and write it down in a journal. Be grateful to God, be grateful to your parents, your families, your loved ones. Don't let your day go by without a heart of gratitude. Gratitude increases your happiness and gives you a sense of hope for the future. Another way you can boost your mental health is to be kind to yourself and value yourself. Set a daily intention to love yourself and be good to yourself. Build a healthy self-esteem. Embrace your uniqueness. Embrace your individuality. Know that you have a seed inside of you that is sprouting and growing into becoming who you are truly meant to be. So you matter. You are unique. Love yourself. Care for yourself. In fact, give yourself credit for being you. And always take care of yourself. Another way that can help you boost your mental health is when you focus on your being first before your having. BEING. Be grounded in your being. What are your values? What are the staples in your home? Let your values be your first model before any other thing. Okay, let's imagine something. Let's imagine that value like kindness is a person. What would she do? If values like gratitude is a person, what would she do? If value like faith, hope, and love is a person, what would they do? Everybody in the world needs to be grounded in their values. Develop your core values. It enhances good character and boosts your happiness. Okay? Know what your family values are. Know what your values are. Integrity, sense of purpose, perseverance, commitments, belonging. They are all good values that we can be grounded with. Honesty, kindness, gratitude, love. The next thing to do to boost your mental health is to surround yourself with good people, positive people. Your parents, your families, your friends, your loved ones. They are your first point of contact, Build a good family relationship and make friends that count. Okay, so anytime negative thoughts comes crawling, they are your first point of contact. Talk to a trusted adult you know or your parents. Because one thing about thoughts is they come crawling first before they start working, before they start running. It is when they start running, they becomes an automatic negative thought. And that is anytime they comes up in your mind, even without thinking about it. So anytime negative thoughts keeps crawling, talk to a trusted adult. They will help you seek further help. Your good family relationship, they are your first point of contact. And you know that an outside perspective will help you manage the situation better and help you know that you are not alone. Because what you think matters, how you feel matters, and way you behave matters. The next thing to do is to be productive and positive. Your ignited vision will enhance the feeling of positivity, optimism. Choose the skill you need to develop. Do something that adds values to you. Know what you are passionate about. One thing is that make a choice today that your future self will be very proud of it. Be attentive to what has value to you. Make things that count. Do things that count. Give attention to what you're passionate about. Another way to boost your mental health is to practice breathing exercise. It encourages the feeling of calmness and it helps you relax and focus better. It can help reduce stress and anxiety. So it helps you slow down your thinking before you're acting when you do some breathing exercise. You know that especially the teenager, during the teen years, the frontal lobe in the brain, which helps in making good decisions, isn't always communicating well with the amygdala, the emotional part of the brain. So when you do some breathing exercise, it helps you more responsive and less reactive, and helps rewire the brain. So practice some breathing exercise. Then the last but not the least, there are several ways you can boost your mental health. But the last but not the least is to do some physical exercise. We all know the benefits of physical exercise. But one thing is that the chemical release during that exercise, the chemical release in the brain helps you feel good and makes you sleep better. So look out for the physical exercise that you can do and start doing it. Okay? It also helps in building your mental health. So I'd like to stop here today till I come your way again next time. Know that you deserve to have the right tool in guiding you to complete your own life building. And always remain grateful. Take care of yourself and bye for now. I remain Olubukola Akani.